Okay, let's be real. We've all been there. You see these absolutely mind-blowing Sora videos online and you think, I can totally do that. But then you give it a try and, yeah, it's not quite the masterpiece you had in your head. Well, today that changes. We're going to break down the most common mistakes that are holding your videos back and give you the keys to making stuff that's cinematic and consistent every single time.
So, what is the secret sauce? How do you actually get from that awesome idea to a final video that looks stunning? And how do you deal with all those frustrating glitches and just bizarre movements? Let's dive right into the practical do's and don'ts that are going to make all the difference.
The promise is just wow, right? These jaw-dropping, photorealistic clips that look like they're straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. But then, reality hits, and sometimes it's a bit of a mess. We've all seen those ridiculous results, like reports of gymnasts contorting into physically impossible shapes. So what's causing this huge disconnect? Well, it almost always comes down to one thing: your prompt. And that brings us to our first and honestly most critical skill for any AI video tool: mastering your prompt. You have to stop thinking like a user and start thinking like a director. Your prompt is everything. It's your script, your storyboard, and your direction all rolled into one. It's the entire blueprint for the scene. The first and biggest mistake: being vague. Prompts like a man walking or a car driving are just a recipe for disaster. You're leaving everything up to the AI's imagination, and that's when you get results that are generic, uninspired, or just plain weird. Remember, this AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it cannot read your mind.
The difference a few extra words can make is just astounding. Look at this, a woman walking. That's just an idea, but handheld shot of a young woman walking confidently through a retro-futuristic hallway, now that is a scene. Suddenly we've got a camera choice, we have an emotion, we have the art direction. That's the kind of specificity that guides the AI to bring your vision to life.
So here's the key. You've got to do this. Use cinematic language. You need to speak the language of filmmaking. When you use these kinds of terms in your prompts, you are giving Sora the precise, expert instructions it needs. You're transforming a simple idea into a detailed shooting script. Think of this as your cinematic toolkit. Don't just tell the AI what to show, tell it how to show it. Are we getting up close and personal with a close-up, or are we taking in the whole epic scene with a wide shot? Is the camera gliding smoothly on a Steadicam, or is it creating some tension with a Dutch angle? Is the lighting warm and inviting like golden hour, or is it dark and mysterious with high contrast? These terms are your secret weapons for taking control.
Okay, let's tackle the next major hurdle: those bizarre AI glitches. You can write the most beautiful, poetic prompt in the world, but sometimes the video just kind of falls apart. Objects flicker, characters move in impossible ways. It's a super common frustration, but there are ways to fight back. I mean, this quote from a creator just captures the chaos perfectly, doesn't it? You ask for a simple walk, and you get a scene straight out of The Exorcist. It's funny, for sure, but it completely shatters the illusion. This is a classic case of the AI failing to maintain what we call temporal consistency. Now, temporal consistency might sound super technical, but it's a really simple idea. It just means making sure that people and objects stay the same from one frame to the next. It's one of the biggest challenges in AI video, and when it goes wrong, that's when you see all the flickering, the morphing, and, yep, the head spinning.
This teddy bear is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The first frame looks great, but as the video goes on, the AI just starts to lose its grip. The arms and body warp and flicker. That's temporal inconsistency in action. So, as a creator, your job is to basically be a detective, hunting for these little artifacts, and then regenerating or tweaking your prompt to get rid of them.
So we've tackled prompts and artifacts, but there is one more huge piece of the puzzle: understanding the tool itself. Knowing the limitations of the platform you're on is absolutely essential for avoiding frustration and setting some realistic expectations.
All right, so for anybody on the standard ChatGPT Plus tier, there are two big limitations to be aware of right now. First, every single video you create is going to have a watermark. Second, you can't use an image of a person to generate a video. The system will just flat out block it. These are really crucial things to know before you dive in.
And this quote pretty much sums it up perfectly. When you're paying for a service, but you can't create videos of people from images and everything has a watermark on it, well, the professional uses get pretty narrow. It kind of positions Sora more as a tool for experimenting with things like landscapes, animals, and abstract ideas.
Now, these numbers tell a fascinating story.
Sora is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to temporal consistency and physics accuracy, there's no doubt about it. But competitors like Runway and Pika are closing the gap, and they often come with fewer restrictions. The key takeaway here is that for a lot of projects, these alternatives aren't just viable, they might be fantastic options.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground, so let's boil it all down to the essential takeaways that will immediately level up your videos.
These are your 3 golden rules. First, be a director. Use specific cinematic language to guide the AI. Second, be a quality control expert. Scrutinize your videos for any of those weird glitches or artifacts. And third, be a realist. Know the tool's limitations, and hey, don't be afraid to explore some alternatives.
So, if you found this breakdown helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into this super exciting world of AI filmmaking. We're constantly exploring the latest tools and techniques to help you create amazing things.
And now for my final question to you. What's the one mistake you're going to stop making after watching this? Are you going to start writing more cinematic prompts? Or maybe you'll finally give one of the alternatives a try? Let me know down in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you create.